I think another way that we can also resist, and certainly for me, this has been one of my ways of resisting, is what I call living a shadow life. It's a life that's just a little bit parallel to the one that we really want to be living. So just to give you an example, I loved running alternatives. I co-led it for several years. I got to hang out with all these amazing names. And on the outside, I was kind of living the dream. And in some ways I was. And then I began to get a little bit bored. It's like, I've heard this before, But then I thought, well, I'm arrogant. They're best-selling authors. How dare I think that they're not doing something amazingly inspiring? And then I came across this idea of the shadow life by Julia Cameron. She talked about it in her book, The Artist's Way. And what I realized was, if I was really honest with myself, this was 20 odd years ago, was if I'm honest, I don't want to be the one organizing the talks anymore. I want to be the one giving the talks. I don't want to be the one promoting the authors anymore. I want to be an author. But it was really hard just to acknowledge that to myself. Can you recognize any of this? I've just started coaching somebody last week in Geneva, and she kept saying to me, I'm fed up with being number two. I have these lousy bosses. So I said, well, do you want to be number one then? Ooh. It was like a shock to her to think that she could actually be the boss. She could be the leader. In a way, she was living a shadow life by keeping herself as number two and not putting herself up as a potential leader or as a leader with more potential.